How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about 5 reasons why you should buy Tesla stock. Now last video I made a video on 5 reasons why you shouldn't buy, kind of giving a counterpoint on usually why I would be very bullish, but there is always reasons why you shouldn't go all in on one specific stock, and I basically gave some reasons why, basically a negative point of view. But this video we're gonna be talking about 5 reasons why you should be buying Tesla stock. These are probably one of the better reasons, and basically 5 reasons that I personally are invested in Tesla stock. So without further ado, I just jump straight into it. The first reason is the trend to electric technology. So if you just look at electric cars and the technology around it, in like this chart basically tells you by 2022, the electric car vehicle cost will be basically the exact same as building a combustion like counterpart. So basically building an engine is the same price as like batteries, but obviously engine needs fuel and batteries don't, which is a lot cheaper. And it actually says that by 2040, if this trend continues, 35% of all new vehicles will be electric. Now this is very conservative. I personally think that it's going to be a lot quicker than this. I think just in the next 5 to 10 years, no one is going to go out and buy a non-gasoline car unless they have a lot of money to spend. Like the average person isn't going to go out and just buy a random non-gasoline car just because. Like that's going to be a downgrade. That's like buying a flip phone in 2020 equivalent. So that's my thoughts about it, and just like basically being a downgrade when you could for the same price get a new car. So next reason is the advantages that Tesla has compared to other car companies. Tesla is like so far ahead in terms of their batteries, in terms of their autopilot and software, which I'm going to get into as well. But just looking at the battery perspective, they are so far ahead. Last video I talked about Volvo coming out with their own electric car for $40,000, right? Volvo basically are making, they can't even reach 300 miles a charge. Like they're reaching 265 miles a charge, which the cheapest Tesla can almost do. All right, so talking about the advantages, the third reason is the autopilot advantage they have. If you guys especially heard the recent talks Tesla had with like the autopilot team and the software development team, it was crazy because they obviously can't say anything bad about other companies, but they indirectly literally said that they are so far ahead. Basically, how it's working is for their full self-driving, right? You cannot, like, I don't know much about software, but I do have some experience in like software development, stuff like that. And from like the machine learning point of it, you physically cannot get machines to learn without experience, right? Machines work a lot like the brain. I mean, machine as in software, like Tesla has. Machine learning, they cannot learn without experiencing it. They learn a lot like humans, right? So with Tesla having actually now billions of miles on the road, those billions of miles are data that the machine learns by. And like other companies like Volvo, like I think the Waymo, I think it's Google, but the Waymo cars, like they're trying to develop their own autopilot. Those cars have no experience. Like no one is driving a Waymo car. It's literally only a few of those testers, right? They have maybe like 10,000 miles on the road, maybe 100,000. They like that is nothing compared to how much the billions of miles, even if they have a million. Tesla has billions of miles and it's growing by every single day of data that they can use to improve their software development. And like they literally need that fleet of cars to develop their software. So they are miles ahead. They're like developing technologies to fix bugs that you wouldn't even know existed unless you got to this point. So they are like few steps ahead. Like this kind of like a curve of how fast it learns. Once you have a few thousand cars on the road, like it's pretty slow, but once you start getting those 100,000 cars, it's kind of like a steep curve up in terms of how fast the technology is growing, especially for Tesla. So in the future, possibly other cars will be paying Tesla to borrow their technology or rent it out of them if they really need it, and that could be a huge profit center for Tesla in the future. especially if it's not if they're not going to rent out their technology, then they're literally going to have a monopoly on self-driving. So the fourth step is like literally the media coverage on Tesla. Literally, if you go on YouTube, which is like where 90% of, not 90%, but where, let's be honest, most people spend their time on YouTube, especially the people in their 20s and younger. Those people are mostly on YouTube consuming content, and that's like the culture around it. Like, not that many people are watching TV. If you like look into it, there are so many people like looking at Tesla. If you just look at all the popular people on YouTube, they all drive Teslas. Like, that's literally like their thing. Just like how all those like famous people had iPhones in the beginning. Well, they still do, but like that would be like kind of a way to flex, to show off like this is the new trend, right? Like, they all have Teslas. If you just search Model 3 delivery, and Model 3 isn't even the newest model, and I filtered by last week, so all the videos uploaded in the last week, right? If you just search them, there's so many. Look, Model 3 2,000 mile review. A day ago, 1,000 views. And there's so many channels like this. There's so many videos all in the last week of one specific type of car. This is just one specific type of model of a brand. It's like searching Toyota Camry and then all these people talking about that one type of car. But obviously, I believe Toyota Camrys have more sales. But anyways, let's just look at this. Look at all these videos uploaded. I'm just gonna. This is all in the last week, just 1 week. And keep in mind, the Tesla hasn't been delivering as many cars because of this pandemic. So like, all of these. Look, if I keep scrolling, like all of these are like not really deliveries, but like they're Tesla related videos. The more down you go, the more non-Tesla they get. But if you guys get the point. Like, there's so many videos of Tesla every single day. If you just search like Tesla delivery or just Tesla, so many people are just making videos on this car every single day. 2 hours ago, 3,000 views, 4,000 views. And obviously, there's even a video on how to wash your Tesla. Like, there's so many. Hey, that's my video right there. But there's so many like videos on Tesla. And like, you can just tell how the culture is going around. Like, you can tell like the trend is getting there, man. Trend is definitely getting there. The craziest thing about it is like, this is the Tesla channel, right? There's no car company that can live stream a car reveal and get as many viewers. The Cybertruck, which was supposed to be a generic truck, like no one knew what it would look like. So they just, okay, let me tune into this live stream, right? That live stream had hundreds of thousands concurrent viewers. Like, think about it. That is crazy. Like, no car company, let alone a big influencer, can get that many views. Like a big, like you take Kanye West, or you get a huge celebrity. They can't pull out that many live viewers. So there's just one car manufacturer getting this much hype over one model of their car, and let alone trucks, to get that many viewers. Like, you can tell that like the trend is switching, the interest is definitely switching. So last but not least, I talked about this like a few videos ago, is basically Tesla's expansion, like how fast they're expanding. Compared to like legacy automakers, Tesla's like ramping up really fast. Like, they're very, very quick. Their Model Y came out quicker than expected. Like, all their cars are coming out quicker and quicker than expected. Obviously, I don't know what this pandemic's gonna do with that, but the Model Y was supposed to come out sooner. It came out. Like, just with the ventilator situation, Tesla created a lot of ventilators within a week. Like, within a week, they right away switched their manufacturing to make ventilators. They made like hundreds of thousands of ventilators within a few weeks. But that's how fast they were. But if you compare like Ford, like even Trump was like bashing Ford, I think it was GM as well, of how slow those companies are. Like, they've only made like 50,000 ventilators, and they said they're gonna make that within the next month. Tesla made like quadruple that in a few weeks. Like, that's just like one example of how fast they are on their feet, and how slow these other legacy automakers are at developing like new technology. So if you think that like a Ford is gonna quickly like ramp up their electric production, they're gonna come out with electric cars, they're gonna be really slow with that. So that's why I think that like the trend is there, that Tesla is definitely ramping up, and obviously Elon Musk behind it is a risk taker. Like, he takes calculated risks to get things done and to just keep going forward. He has vision. So especially if you believe in him, don't solely buy because of him, obviously. But if you do agree on everything I did say, then I would definitely look into it. Obviously, don't just blindly buy Tesla stock. Do some research. Some people might say it's too overvalued right now because Tesla is at almost a $135 billion market cap. So I talked about that last video on why you shouldn't buy the stock. But overall, I'm obviously holding my shares. I'm not going to be selling. And I may be buying just dollar cost averaging over the next few months if it does dip. So there you go. That has been the video. Thank you guys for watching. Now, if you made it to this part of the video, thank you guys so much. Currently, Webull is offering 2 free stocks if you open up a brokerage with them, valued anywhere from $12 up to $1,400. All you have to do is open up a brokerage and you'll get 1 free stock. And then if you actually deposit up to $100, you'll get a second free stock worth up to $1,400. So if you guys want to sign up, that'll be helping me out a lot. And I definitely do use Webull. I don't personally recommend anything on this channel that I don't use myself. So thanks for watching once again. Now, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you guys can just drop a like and subscribe to this channel to help me reach my 1,000 subscriber goal, that would be very appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.